I don't know what happened there. All right, hey, what's going on this evening, guys? Hey, today is Friday, and we are in Southeast Texas. We just had to talk to coastal
Yeah.
Texas down there, Southeast Texas in Victoria. Hey, tonight we are talking with Ghost Dogs. I like the name, man. I'm really digging that name. The Ghost Dogs from Victoria, Texas. Hey, how you guys doing down there today?
Doing great. Doing
Doing
great.
good.
All right, hey, tell the world a little bit about the Ghost Dogs.
Go ahead.
Well, um, about 10 years ago, we decided to get scared on a Halloween night after watching a paranormal show
Mm-hmm.
and went to an old cemetery with just a camera on our cell phone and had some things that happened to us despite just having a cell phone, and immediately went home and started ordering equipment. And that's the story where it all began. And we haven't looked
Wow.
at this.
Yes.
Wow, it was that simple. Tell me what happened that made you guys jump into that so quick.
So we went to an old slave cemetery that was about 2 miles from our home.
Mm-hmm.
And as we were walking through it, we're like, all these burials are new, So we went finally to this back section, and all of a sudden, October 31st, it was in South Texas where we are. It's hot, it's humid, it's sticky, it's muggy, and it was that night. And
Oh,
when we got to that back section, ice cold.
wow,
And
really?
just taking photos with our cell phone,
Mm-hmm.
we got some orbs. And what else happened that night? There were several things that happened. It's been 10 years, so it's been a while.
The tingles on the back of your neck.
Right, that you felt somebody was there. And I was like, okay, I want to do this. I want to start doing this. So that's when we went home and started ordering equipment.
Okay. Now, if you guys can do me a quick favor, can you turn your mic down just a tad, if you
Go ahead,
can?
babe. How's that?
A little bit more.
A little bit more? Okay. How's that?
Perfect. Perfect.
Okay, awesome.
All right. So you guys seen and heard something one night visiting an old slave cemetery, and you guys ran home and started ordering equipment.
Yes.
Well, we found this really old bronze marker that you could not read the dates on anymore. It was so
Mhm.
old. And I work in the cemetery and funeral business, and he works for the same funeral home. So we went home and got rubbing paper and took it back to the cemetery and made a
Mhm.
rubbing of it. And it was from like 1840 or 50, I don't remember the date. But we're like, oh, so that's why we were getting everything back there, because it was the old area. And I think there was a lot of unmarked graves.
Yes.
So that's because it was the first, the cemetery, it's a historical site, actually.
The cemetery is called Cologne Cemetery.
No, it's
Mhm.
Long Road.
Yeah, yes, but it's Cologne Cemetery, and it's the land was given, or the slaves bought it, and
And they built a church,
school,
post office.
and it was the first settlement as slaves, and
In this area.
Oh wow! I feel like I'm gonna have to check that place out. It sounds very.
We go back from time to time. We've taken a lot of friends with us. It's between Victoria and Goliad, so it's this little country road. The only bad thing is there's a house across the road that sometimes the dogs bark, but if we go late enough, it doesn't bother us.
Oh, okay, cool. I'm gonna check that place out. Okay, cool. Couple of quick questions, guys. Nothing, nothing too hard. Um, you first of all, where did you guys get that name from?
well, okay, so we're dog lovers, and so when we first got together, she had a lab, I had a little Chihuahua, and she passed away right when we first got together.
About a year.
Yes,
Yeah.
and well, we took a picture, and it looked like she was in the picture.
Oh wow.
And I felt her following me like she always followed me into the bathroom and utility room. And I felt her like going through my legs. And the first time it happened, I turned around to say, "Stop, Fiona." And I realized she had passed away 3 days earlier. So it was like, oh. And then shortly after that is when we started ghost hunting.
So thus.
And our lab went everywhere with us on all of our ghost adventures. And he would take us to places.
Yes.
And we would always get the best things from the areas he sent us to. So, and so, ghost dogs.
Yes.
Wow. And how long have you guys been doing this?
We're coming up on 10 years.
10 years. Okay. Yeah. Now, out of that 10 years, first of all, is it just you guys that do this, or do you guys have a team?
Well, it was a team. We shouldn't say a team, but it was us and our son that would go. So it was
we were a trio.
A trio.
Yeah.
With the dog. So I should say that was a team.
Yeah.
Okay.
But so now it's a dynamic duo with the dog.
Well, he got into sports and high school and all that. So we just started. But the thing is, almost not all the time, but most times we have a lot of friends that have been our friends in the paranormal world with us. And we always ask somebody to join us. So we always have at least 2 to 4 people with us. And that way we technically do have a group. So
okay. That's cool. Okay. Hey guys, is there anyone out there that would like to ask Ghost Dogs any questions about the paranormal? Feel free to do so. The link is in the comments. You guys will like I said, you more than welcome to come on and ask. All thing that I have to say that let's keep the questions to 3 minutes, so somebody else can jump in and ask also. And we are streaming live tonight on Twitch, YouTube Live, and Facebook Live. So all of you guys that are out there watching right now, and you guys have a question, feel free to do so. You know what I'm saying? Feel free to do so. Hey, don't be camera shy, guys. Don't be camera shy. You know what I'm saying? So, but have you know, one thing I know about Southeast Texas, and it's so hard to find paranormal investigators down there. Now, how I found you guys was I was just looking through Facebook pages, and the first thing that caught me was your name.
Nice.
The first thing that caught me was the name. I was like, man, we got a bunch of dogs down there ghost hunting. You know, so I had to reach out, man, and I really appreciate you guys coming on the show.
We appreciate you having us.
Yes, thank you for having us.
You know, spending I know there's other things you guys can be doing on Friday nights, but to spend it here, spending it here with me, I really appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? And so on and so on. Got a quick question for you guys. All questions are going to pop up on the screen. So here we go.
I can't see it. It's so tiny. What was your favorite paranormal experience? Oh, goodness. There's been quite a few. We just discussed this recently. What would you say is our most... we love cemeteries. That's one of our things we do love to do. There's one here in Victoria called Cannon Hill that we've had growls there. We've been literally told get out multiple times, and you know what we keep doing? We keep going back.
We've smelt weird things.
Yeah, we smelt weird things there. We saw a shadow figure of a child running through the cemetery, and once again, this is a very old cemetery. Most of the markers, the headstones, are not there. first burials were like 1916.
No, later.
Oh, later 1903 was
No.
that one stone we found.
But there's from the 1800s. There that goes back to the.
So it's overgrown. It's really sad. But they don't mow it regularly, so we don't get to go as much as we'd like to because it's a 10-minute drive for us. But as far as businesses go, or sites we've been to, La Bahia was an experience.
Yes.
For sure. We've been there 4 times. Obviously, it's good. In all fairness, probably the Olavaca County Jail is where we get in Hallettsville, where we do get, every time we go, it's a different experience.
There's a couple. There's also
The Driscoll was good. Boston.
2 cemeteries that are also different. The Taylor Cemetery.
Oh, in Cuero.
And the Helena Cemetery.
Oh, yeah.
Those are both on EVPs. We've gotten gunshots.
Yeah, the Helena Cemetery is actually an old ghost town that there's hardly any homes left. And we just got real lucky the first time we went with our kids just to check out the place. It was on a Sunday. We were just going to drive over there. There happened to be somebody there, and he gave us a tour of the whole town, the courthouse, the jail, the original owners that, not owners, but founders of the town, that their home. And we got a photo in a mirror of a man and a woman and 2 children. And there was no photos behind us. It was a old wood home. And we got an EVP because we weren't allowed to really take equipment in. He wouldn't let us do that. But just our digital recorder going up the stairs, we got a lady ask where her baby was. Right as the man was stepping into the baby's room.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, I got another question from Roy. If you guys can see that.
Okay, yeah. Let's see. Your eyes are better than mine. Have you?
Have y'all investigated any cemeteries by the Riverside Park? Yes, in Victoria. Yes, we have. All the
Evergreen is very haunted.
That's where the
founder,
the De Leons are buried. Yes, we have.
The founders of Victoria.
We've been, and the Catholic cemeteries are right there. Also, we've investigated there, but Evergreen, that's
the city cemetery.
The city cemetery.
One of our favorite places.
Yeah, but that's not the original cemetery. The original cemetery
was on the street of 10 Friends.
Is by
De Leon Street.
Yes, by De Leon Street.
It's on De Leon.
No.
Yes, I just had a notification today.
Yeah, during the cholera era, there was the cemetery was just right outside of
the city limits at that time.
Mm-hmm.
And so they were buried. You know, it was so bad that the wolves were.
They were burying them 3 to 5 deep.
Yeah, and the wolves were
digging them
up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, and they ended up moving them to where Evergreen is now, but there's still a lot of bodies that were never moved because of the fact that the families died out.
Yes.
So
money.
Or they didn't have the money, or nobody to notify that, hey, we're moving over here.
Yes.
So, but at Evergreen on a Mother's Day, we actually went that Saturday night, and about 12:30, we heard a baby cry and heard leaves crunching. And I handed the camera to our son, Ricky, and he just started snapping pictures. The next day, we found a mother holding a child on a headstone.
Oh, wow.
You can see her in a white gown, holding an infant, and his friends were with us that night. They got all scared.
All right, another question, guys, from Roy.
Let's see. The cemetery with the women. Yes, that is the first actual cemetery. Yes, in Victoria. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now, let me ask you guys a question. What do you say to people who are very skeptical about cemeteries? The end of the people is like, well, cemeteries are places where the dead go to rest. There's really nothing there. You will really never find no evidence. What do you say to people like that are really skeptic about cemeteries?
Uh,
The older the cemetery, they're alive.
yes.
Because think about it. Back in the late 1800s, early 1900s, most people died from cholera or very young from war or for whatever reasons.
Mm-hmm.
They have an unsettled death. They're not at peace.
Died with their boots on.
And so, there's another cemetery here in Victoria called Colettoville Cemetery off the Colettoville Road. And that cemetery, same thing as Lot Cemetery. We've been told to leave. We've had flashlight sessions where the person was laughing because the flashlight would go bing, 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 bing. So we knew they were laughing at our questions. Mm-hmm. Growls in that cemetery, but a lot of old Rangers, Texas Rangers were buried there, and a lot of 1800 burials as well. So people can get really weird about cemeteries, but we have found, like, if somebody's been murdered, we look up history of every place we go.
Mm-hmm.
So if somebody's been murdered, they're not at rest.
Yes.
They're not peaceful, and I'm trying to think of what other reasons that.
Well, the newer the cemetery, we usually tend to find that it's nothing. Unless it's they're just not at rest.
I think a lot of times it takes spirits a long time to have the energy to actually in a cemetery to talk with you. Mm-hmm. And that's just me. But I feel our home was built in 1959 and we have a couple of ghosts in our home.
Uh-oh.
One's a woman. She likes locking us in the bathroom all the time for some reason.
All right, got another question for you guys.
All right, I've investigated that cemetery with the windmill, and I got some really good EVPs.
Yes.
Also on Salem Bridge. Oh, yeah.
Salem Bridge, we never got anything out there because there was so much contamination. And I've heard that a lot of people, some of our friends have gotten some things out there. Mm-hmm. That we got them started in the paranormal, and they'd go out there very, very late, like between 2 and 3 in the morning. We don't investigate that late. We typically do anywhere from midnight to 2. But we have one thing we have found very interesting is that spirits tend to come out more during the day than they do at night. So you can get the best EVPs during the daytime. The only thing is you don't get the orbs, you don't get the anomalies, you don't get to see the things that you can capture at night.
Yeah.
Right. I love cemeteries too. Most people, my team have something like, hey, I love cemeteries, guys. I mean, that's just me. There's just too much history at a cemetery compared to the other places that you might be, having let's for instance, like a home. When you go to a residence, somebody could have brought that, attachment with them, and that would cause their house to be haunted. Now,
or an object, or yes.
And one place that we both just looked at each other. We went to Arizona and New Mexico, so. We went to the Grand Hotel, which was just phenomenal, and also to Tombstone. Tombstone, we are definitely going back. The cemeteries there, OMG. That's all I can say.
Now, Karina, I heard you mention the hotel here in Austin.
The Driscoll, yes.
The Driscoll Hotel. Now,
we got a lot of good stuff there.
Now, we have to talk about that. for a minute because I went there. To me, it seemed like it's more fairy tale, old, just old things that people said that happened over and 100 years ago, but I didn't catch anything.
We kind of snuck. We were sitting on the staircase at the foot about 2:30 in the morning, and this big lurch guy walked up and says, "Y'all can't sit there; it's a fire hazard." But the staircase up to the ballroom's about 12 feet wide, so we went up to the ballroom, and we did a flashlight session. We did an EVP session. We got spurs.
Yeah.
A little girl that her dad was the governor, correct?
Yeah, so
Her ball had gone down the stairs, and when she went to retrieve it, I think she was 5 to 6 years old, she fell, broke her neck, and died. That little girl talked to us all night long.
Now, was this on the old side of the hotel?
yes, it was.
Straight up the stairs. When you enter into the Driscoll, when you go to register in, there's a big staircase to the right, and it goes up to the ballroom. That's where we were. Nobody came and told us to leave, so we stayed up there for about 2 hours.
Yeah, when we went there, we actually, you know how you enter the place, like you said, straight ahead, that's where the register is.
Yes.
We actually made a left and hit that elevator and went to the old part of the hotel, which the ballroom still had the black and white stripes on the poles.
Yes.
And man, I mean, we hung out there, I could say, till about 2, maybe 2:30 in the morning. And I think we scared ourselves more than somebody, than actually catching an EVP or something. But it was a pretty cool place. I'll give it that. My man, Franco TV, he's a big time paranormal investigator on YouTube. He went there also. And it was nothing was having it. I mean, his investigation was real brief. I mean, less than 30 minutes because it was, he did not catch anything. And you know what? It is so well lit. As you go in that place, man, it looked like a damn football field because their lights are so bright. I think they got like 2,000-watt lights going on in there because it is so well lit.
Yes.
Well, the best thing we got there was the spurs. You could hear someone walking across the floor with spurs.
Oh, wow.
From like back in the day. I mean, it was straight up, and we couldn't do, like you said, because of the lighting, we couldn't do we couldn't do photos. There was a lot of things we couldn't do, but we did get some great EVPs there and had an amazing flashlight session.
Now, did you guys go up, was it the 3rd floor where it's supposedly the most haunted? I forgot what room that is up there.
Where the suicides happened.
I know that
we did.
Yes, but I know that when we were trying to leave, the elevator kept
taking us to that floor twice. There was nobody in the elevator with us, and we put level 1, and the door would open, and we'd be on level 3. We'd go back. We'd hit level 1, and the elevator was moving. And we'd be back at 3 again.
Wow, now that's creepy.
So we decided, let's step out of the elevator, get back on, and then hit it again. And that time it let us go. It's like actually we went and investigated, didn't we? We got out and investigated. Because I said, somebody's telling us it's time to do something, so let's get back out. That's right, we did investigate. So they were inviting us.
Wow, man, I wish I would have met you guys last year because I've actually done an investigation at a cemetery, man, and it was awesome. It was totally awesome. I actually caught somebody staring at me behind a tree.
Oh, I believe you.
And,
I believe you.
And it was, and what's so crazy about it, guys, it was in the middle of a lightning storm. Now, everybody knows what's happened between lightning and the paranormal.
A lot of electricity.
Yeah, all that electricity in the air, man, it just feeds, it energizes a lot.
Yes.
And I think that fellow, it looked like a guy, I could be wrong, but was just looking behind the tree. Like he was looking at me like, what the hell are you doing, man? I mean, what are you
Cemeteries have
looking
a
at?
lot of shadows too. You see a lot of shadows in cemeteries because there are people wandering around.
Yeah,
They're just
I mean,
hanging
not
out.
their business. Yeah, hell. You know what, man? If I was to wander around, man, I want to hit up and drink a beer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If I'm telling you guys, if I was to pass away, I would want to do the things that I did when I was live. You know, I want to be able to. I would be very, mischievous. I would, man, come along, pull your hair. I mean, I would do some
My,
things that.
that
He gets his hair pulled all the time
all the time. My
because
hair.
he has very, very long hair.
Oh, see.
He gets his hair pulled all
Not
the time.
yeah, my hair. Like, was it the
Everywhere we pretty much go, you get your hair pulled.
Yeah.
I would definitely. I mean, because I got pushed off the bench at
Oh.
Georgetown Cemetery. You know, we were up there just talking in the middle of a cemetery. Two black guys. Can you believe that? And when they were like, somebody was like, "Get your ass up," and I jumped up and I said, "Hey man, did you?" It more scared my partner than more than it scared me because I thought it was him that was pushing me.
I
And
get touched a lot.
He gets touched and he gets his hair pulled. I'm the one that people spirits go through me. Like I can literally feel them go through me, and then we're done for the night because they've taken all of my energy.
they took it all your energy. Yes.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. You know what, guys? If I was to come down there, man, and hang out with you guys, where would you guys take me?
Okay.
Ooh, couple places.
Yeah, couple places.
We're surrounded by Texas history.
Yeah.
It's crazy. The Taylor Cemetery, definitely.
Yeah, the Taylor Cemetery would be definitely one place that we would take you. Then it depends on what kind of. Then we would go outside of La Bahia. Is another place.
Because the Angel of Goliad is a statue in the back behind La Bahia, and she always comes out and talks to us. Always. We've taken
really?
several of our friends with us multiple times. We were there about 6 months ago with a couple, Amber and Javier, and we got really great evidence there. And then there's the monument behind it. We got great evidence there. And then, of course, we stayed at La Bahia. You can just walk around the perimeter of La Bahia and get tons of evidence. That's where all the battles were.
Oh, wow. Okay. Roy has another question for you guys.
Okay.
Let's see. San Fernando de los Flores in Goya is very active. We had an investigation with what I think was the spirits of two little boys.
Nice.
Stuff was falling out off their grave. Oh, nice.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it's always nice when you have things that move in a cemetery. We always take toys. We take a lot of trigger objects.
Yes.
We're about trigger objects. We take guns.
Yeah, I have.
Not real guns.
Yeah, I have two fake Colts that are.
But they look real. They so look real.
And those get a lot of reactions with the spirits.
You'll even hear them say gun, you know?
Oh, wow. Okay. All right, cool. Hi, Ricky. How you doing? You didn't call me today to talk about the OP Powerhouse investigation. I really need for you to call me so we can, set something up. If you guys are really going, if you're and Mary are going up there for that investigation, so we can definitely get something going, But anyway, call me tomorrow or call me later on tonight and we can talk about that, that event that they're trying to have. And they still haven't sent me info on it yet. So I'm waiting on them, Heidi, to send me the information on that event. I sure will, buddy. I will send you if you don't have my number is on my Facebook page. You can call me anytime. Or, just message me and I'll give it to you whenever you're ready. I mean, I'm always up at least to 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so, man, you guys are a rare breed because most people do not think about. He is so funny. Most people do not think about going to cemeteries. Man, it is so.
We probably have been to anywhere from 75 to 100 cemeteries throughout Texas. I mean,
actually,
New Mexico, more than that.
Yeah, more than that.
Between New Mexico, I mean, we've investigated with our son Henry and daughter-in-law Stacy up in Dallas area. Once again, an old slave cemetery. We got some. It's the first time ever that I did not want to leave a cemetery, and I just had a mental breakdown and just unbelievably started crying because I felt the sadness of a young boy that had just died. And we don't even know how he died. We couldn't find his obituary, but his temporary marker was there, and it had been a recent burial. There were still dead flowers on his grave. And we set up a camera in the middle of the pasture where there wasn't any burials, and somebody came up literally, and you could hear them talking, but it was not audible, but into the camera. It was crazy. And my son Henry, he had just tons of orbs following him around the cemetery that night.
Oh wow! What kind of equipment do you guys use?
Oh, we discovered like 5 things the other day we forgot we bought. Robbie actually built us our own ghost box. Explain to them what it is.
If a lot of y'all watch Ghost Adventures, they actually
all of a sudden they had the box he built.
Yes. Yeah, it's a guitar amplifier with 2 pedals on it. It's with a noise gate and a reverb pedal, and so you know, and then you hook up your SB7 or whatever device you're using. So that's basically what all the other
machines out there, boxes, ghost boxes,
so the ghosts love reverb, and that noise gate cuts out all that haze that out of the noise out of the SB7, so it just makes it clearer. So just makes it easier just to hear everything. So.
I can honestly say my favorite piece of ghost equipment is our flashlight.
Yeah, flashlight.
We have full-fledged conversations, yes and no questions and answers.
Hey, Jamie.
How are you seeing people?
Yeah, I just saw it right there.
But the flashlights we didn't use for a couple of years, and then we were at Fannin Battle. No, we were out behind La Bahia, and we used it. And Colonel Fannin talked to us. We have it all on video. We have a DVR, so when we're in buildings, we use DVRs. One of our episodes, we only have 3 whole videos on YouTube because we've never been YouTubers. And Paranormal Caught on Camera caught it.
Oh, wow.
And it was the week our lab died. And we had taken his urn with us to the jail because it was his favorite place, home away from home. Let's go to Hallettsville and see Grandma Deborah. And that was the night we got, I can't even describe the video. It was just a swarm of orbs that came through for about 2 minutes. And we had 4 cameras going. There was no orbs anywhere, no air conditioning, no heating, no windows open. We were completely on a lockdown, just 2 of us sleeping in the hallway.
Oh, wow.
So the DVR systems do work because the other 3 cameras, there was nothing. You name the equipment, we probably have it.
Yeah.
The standard EMFs and the K2s and, all that. But I love my flashlights because I can have a conversation with people.
Do you have this?
Was that the little ball? No, we don't have a.
We had a little ball at one time. That does it glow when it gets touched? Like there's something that's inside it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we did have those, but they never moved.
But this is not a cat ball.
Okay.
This is about the size of a softball.
Okay.
And it's a dog ball. That's why I thought you might have one, because you got dogs. And this one here talks. If you touch it,
nice.
it will talk. It sings songs. It lights up red. I mean, it does so many amazing things. It's called Blinky's Bubble Ball.
Nice.
So,
we also have a little, it's not the Boo Bear that you see on a lot of shows, but it's another little animal. What's it called? Anyway, we got it at Walmart, and if anything comes near it, it goes off. And yeah, we use that. It works. It does work.
You mean Walmart selling ghost equipment now?
Basically.
Yeah. Yeah, and it even has a little heart that lights up. And it goes, ooh, and we're like, first time it went off, we're like, okay, here we go.
All right. Hey, what's up, Bert? Bert is down there from the RGV area. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Big Bert? How you doing, brother? Hey, glad you could be on the show, man. I really appreciate the support. Bert is from the RGV.
Let me go.
Uh-oh. Something going on?
TV. We had it on, and now it only pauses for so long.
Hey, man. Hey, no problem. Hey, you doing great things down there too, man. Hey, like I always tell you guys, keep up the great work, man. Keep up all the great work. Stay positive. Nothing negative. Just stay positive. Keep your heads up. I won't be able to meet you in a couple of weeks, but hey, I'm pretty sure I'll meet you one day soon. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, this is Bert from the RGV, the Rio Grande Valley. Hey, that's not too far from you guys. Is it Victoria? How far is Victoria from the Rio Grande Valley? About 2 hours?
2.5,
yeah,
3 maybe.
Oh, see, that's not that far. That's not that far at all. If you guys ever want to do a collab, a joint investigation,
yeah,
and some of the best paranormal investigators are from down in the South Texas area. Just, if you can reach out to them, I'm pretty sure they would love to take you guys on an adventure down there. So like you say, it's a lot of history in Southeast and South Texas. And, I mean, these guys are, I've met nothing but top of the line paranormal investigators. Have nothing to say bad against nobody, because they do their things and they do their thing well. You know what I'm saying? Each paranormal team is different. They use their own techniques, and but that's what I like about them, because each of them brings something different to the table.
Yes, I agree with you completely. Because we've been, Russell Rush used to have the Russell Rush haunted tour, and he just recently passed a few months back.
Yes.
And we got to do some investigations with him out of San Antonio. So I don't know if you've ever heard of him. He was a YouTuber. And, then through him and the jail in Hallettsville, we have met probably another 10 groups of paranormal investigators that, and the families just keep
getting bigger.
Yes.
When you meet people that are successful at what they do, when you meet the good side, but there's always the bad side that have its evil head lurking around. I try to preach pair unity, support, help each other out when we can, but there's always somebody out there that's total opposite.
And that's why we're just two of us.
Yeah, man. I've never experienced it myself, not till recently. And you know what? If anybody wants to be that negative about any and every little thing, they really go do something else, because this paranormal investigating is not for you. Go do something else. You know who you are, and you know what I'm talking about. Just just hang up your cameras and go play golf.
Yes.
You know,
And we do it because we want answers. That's my whole goal, is to get answers why they're there. Do you need us to pass on a message to somebody? Do you have something you just need to tell us? You have something to say. Are you excited that somebody's talking to you?
right? Okay. Hey, how often do you guys get a residential, or do you guys prefer not to even mess with that?
Well, we did do probably 3 or 4 residentials. We always have offered to give them our service. If they have a child or somebody in the house that is scared, we're not going to charge them. We're going to go and see if we can find out what it is. We had a couple of bad experiences with homes, and have chosen not to do them unless it's someone we know. We have helped a lot of friends. One of them is still dealing with it in Corpus. He has had, it's bad. He's had priests come into his home. Robbie has gone and cleansed his home multiple times. And he has an evil spirit in there that attacks him and scratches him. And we can't figure out who it is. And we've done everything we know to do for about a year, a little over a year. So it's really scary for him. I personally stay out of the house. Oh, God bless you. Robbie has gone without me because I'm actually scared to go into that house. I don't need any attachments.
Wow.
Yes.
Now, do you guys think it might be a demon or something? I mean,
the second priest wouldn't go in the house after he got to the doorway to give you
now, well, this Catholic priest, Baptist priest,
and he's not even Catholic. That's a thing. He just wanted some relief. He can't sleep at night, and what else? Just everything crazy can happen. So
basically wherever he moves, it moves too.
Yeah.
Yes, and he's trying to sell the house, and he's doing a lot of construction, and we think that stirred it up.
Well, you know what? It might not be the house; it might be the property.
Oh yeah, I also think it's him.
It's also him. He is a very a magnet to spirits. He's lost his dad, his mother, his brother, all very young, very tragic, and we think that but we don't think they're the ones doing this. We just think that he's very vulnerable for some reason, and he allows it to affect him instead of not.
Instead of facing it head on and being okay. Well, technically, people like that, or they are magnets, man. They are. Spirits are drawn to them, and they will attach themselves to them for the simple fact that you're an easy target.
That's what we keep telling him, and we keep telling him, just to tell it to leave every day. He's going to have to do this every day. Leave. I don't want you here. You have to go. That's it.
But if you don't say that, I mean, that's like that's like me coming down to your house, and you invite me in. And I might stay a day or a week or 2 or a month, but eventually you're going to get tired of me. But if you don't tell me to leave, what's going to happen? I'm going to continue standing there eating up all your eggs and your milk and your cereal. So eventually you're going to have to speak. He's going to have to speak up and say something.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
Yes, I agree.
I mean, if not, the same thing is going to keep happening. Over and over and over. And the spirit might not be a bad spirit. It might be a confused spirit. It might, we don't know. We don't know because, people are just too scared to go in there and figure it out. You know what I'm saying?
There's been several people, and they have been trying to figure it out, and nobody can figure it out.
Hey, how do you guys feel about those phone ghost apps? Do you guys use those?
No.
We tried a couple of them.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, I've tried using some of that.
we haven't used those because it seems like it would say the same words over and over, or
Yeah.
we haven't paid for an app, so maybe that would be the better apps to try. We've done the free apps and did not ever have any good experience.
The only one that I thought was like kind of legit was that first
The one where you drive through the cemeteries with it?
that portal that was kind of like the portal app that was like that went along with the that you hooked into a speaker that
I don't remember that one, but I don't remember the name of it.
I can't think of his name, that made the boxes.
Like the SP7?
Yeah, that was something similar. That was very similar to that. I can't think of his name, that made all of the boxes, the actual boxes.
That sold for like $5,000.
Yeah, he made an app. He made an app that went along with those or something like that, and that was that was kind of legit.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
But all the other ones, like the ones that say like they can detect ghosts or anything like that, I don't think.
But we've never bought one, so there might be some out there that are decent.
Yeah, Steve. Yeah, the Huff Paranormal. Yeah.
Huff. Yes, yeah. Huff. Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. Yes.
You know what? I can honestly say, man, to be honest with you, there's no way I can afford the SLS camera. Those things are going, for a pretty penny.
Oh, we want one so bad.
Yes.
Yeah, I want one so bad too, but that price is just it would definitely hit you in the pocket. Unless you find the right person that can build you one.
Exactly.
I know my boy Bert from the RGV. I know he builds them. He charges, I think, $250.
Oh wow!
Which is not bad.
No,
not at all.
But but I've heard them go expensive as $250 and up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, whoa, man, that is a pocket hitter right there. I can't do that, man. I mean, no, I can't do it.
Well, all these shows that are on TV, they have networks paying for theirs.
Of course.
Yeah, it's nice to have somebody backing you.
Yeah, I mean, if you got $1 million company, yeah, Amber, hey, I use that app too, and I've been really successful with that app. I've caught so many, little stick figures where they shouldn't be. So I've been successful with that. Thank you.
Send that to me so I can see which one it is.
Hello, Pam. How you doing tonight? Appreciate you coming on your show. You said you would. You kept your word to me. Thank you. All right, let's see who else we got. Hey, Lori Bragg. Hello. Hey, guys. If you guys have any comments or any question that you would like to ask this team, feel free to jump on in. I left the link for you guys to do so. So if you guys got any questions, feel free to jump on in here, man. Only thing I have to say is limit your questions to 3 minutes, and so other people have an opportunity to get in and do the same thing. So feel free to jump on in, guys. Let's see here. What else we got? Looks like a coffin and playing music by moment. That would be interesting. So yeah, you had mentioned Hollywood. all these TV paranormal investigators. What do you think about them?
Some of them, I think, if you watch it, I think what happened is when it first started, everything was legit 100%.
Yeah.
And then I think it's gotten a little bit away from that I don't, a lot of times we're like, yeah, that didn't happen. So it's still entertainment for us, and we enjoy watching it and loving if they get a great Class A EVP. I mean, who doesn't love a Class A EVP? Because that is our forte, or whatever you want to call it. We get the best EVPs. No equipment, nothing. We get some of the best EVPs, just straight up talking to us. And so I love EVPs, listening to those on the shows. Matter of fact, this clock behind us and several other things in our house came from an old bar that was built in 1903, I believe.
No,
later than that.
Yes.
But they just recently closed down. And so, of course, first thing we did was we had investigated there several times and got a lot of great evidence. And so we went there as they were selling the stuff in the place. And we have some signs that have been up there since the bar opened.
Oh, wow.
They're old tobacco signs. And one was a soap sign, one's for soap and and it's always been a bar. And we think that it's brought a few things into the house.
Oh.
So, but nothing's ever evil in our home. It's just like, think about it. It came from a bar. So everybody there's having a great time.
Yeah, having a great time. Hell, I want to go to one night.
Yeah. So when we asked them about this clock, the clock had been in the bar about 40 years or 30 years, something like that. And I said, I want that clock. Will you sell it? And she said, sure. And
it looks like it's around my era, the late 80s.
Yes.
Era, especially Michelob. I don't know anybody that drinks that beer now.
Wait. What's the
see our koozie there? We go.
Oh, you got a koozie. Wow. Yeah, hey, Jamie, like the one, yes. Hey, Destination Fear is probably one of my favorite paranormal shows.
Which one?
Destination Fear.
Okay.
And Destination Unknown. I like both of those. Ghost Brothers. Veronica.
Yes.
Love Ghost
They
Brothers.
They are some funny guys, and I really like what they're doing, over there. I kind of lost them a little bit because I know they were sci-fi for a minute there. Then they went off and
streaming. So what we do is we binge watch them. We did that last weekend?
Yeah.
We binge watched like their season.
Yeah. They are hella funny, dude.
Galveston, it made me so mad. And it was a place, because Galveston's totally haunted. We've been there multiple times. The Galvez, the orphanage, we've been there. The cemetery.
2 orphanages.
Yeah, that's right. And then the Walmart parking lot
is where the one orphanage was
originally. And we were in Walmart, and when we found out where the land was, that it's now Walmart, we talked to one of the employees, and she said that the toys in the toy department almost every morning are all on the floor, even though they've all been cleaned up the night before.
Oh, wow.
That the kids actually play with the toys in the night, and that employees have seen it happening.
Hey, we got to set a camera up.
Yeah. We have a lot of evidence just in the parking lot.
Well, hell, not only that, man. I think if you hit up any beach in Galveston, you'll catch some evidence.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't know if Pleasure Pier is still there, but from what I heard, man, they actually had problems building that thing because of all the spirits that kept running off. They kept running off all the construction workers.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, that place, and I ended up going to that place a couple of times.
Another great place is in Dallas. Well, actually, the Stockyards in Fort Worth.
Stockyards.
Miss Molly's was a brothel. We've been there 2 times or
No.
3 times. I don't remember. But we went there last year for his birthday. And shush. And it was amazing. It was amazing. We get great evidence there.
Hey, I like to go to a brothel for my birthday.
Well, the crazy thing is there's, I think, 8 rooms, and every time we book it, because of it being like in January, we pick weird months. We're the only ones there.
Yeah.
And so the ladies that run the place, and the lady that runs it right now, Miss Debbie, she she's the one that told us about the little stuffed animal that the heart lights up and stuff. And so, yeah, we've made so many friends throughout Texas, especially through Paranormal. And everybody is just amazing. That's what's so great about it. You have this big, giant, extended family. You become friends with them on Facebook. And, we'll all be friends for life.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Tell me some of the places. It seems like you guys been all across the state. Tell me some of the places. Tell me some of the places you guys have been to.
Let's see. We've been to Jerome, Arizona.
Yeah, Jerome, Arizona. Majorly haunted.
Let's see. We've been to Tombstone.
In Texas, we've been, you name it, we've probably been there. Other than more south, Matter of fact, our vacation in May, we have a couple of places we're going. Dead Man's Hole and Wimberley is haunted. We've had several investigations there.
You just mentioned Dead Man's Hole. Is that the one in Atlanta?
Yes.
Yes, we're going to stay there because there's a cemetery there too. And so we're excited about going there and seeing that. We're going to Wimberley first and then heading that direction.
Hey, when you guys get here, please call me because I am literally 20 minutes from Dead Man's Hall. And
Nice.
We actually had an investigation where I was told, if you guys know the history of that place.
Yes. We read it. That's why we're going.
It's pretty interesting. Me, a black man, and the Confederate soldiers. I was told to kneel.
Oh, wow!
They told me to kneel, and I'm like, I'll kneel before no man or no God. So if me kneeling, you can hang that one up, buddy. And it kind of made me mad on that one, but they just start communicating left and right. And what's so crazy about it, my other team member had the same last name as one of the guys that got pushed into the well.
The well?
Oh, wow.
I've heard a child got pushed into the well as well.
Yeah.
So
we have native blood, and so we go to a lot of powwows, and so I a lot of investigations. I dress up.
And it's full of regalia, and that stirs them up quite a bit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Now, if you guys have it, if you guys love cemeteries, if you want to dress up as anything, you have to go to Babyhead Cemetery.
See, that was another one we were looking at.
Yeah, we looked at that too.
Ooh, man, long story short, I was over there up under as you walk into that place, you're going to see a porta potty. And I was doing an EVP session right there by that porta potty. Now, everybody knows how one of those things works. In order for you to get in it, you got to open up the door. It's not. It goes out. It don't go in.
Yes.
And man, somebody opened up that door. Hey, it wasn't. I lit up that whole cemetery because I got out of there so damn fast. I mean, it was like a streak of lightning. I was like, whoa, what the hell?
I bet. Oh, I can hear myself screaming.
Let me ask you. Have you ever been called a racial slur during an investigation?
No, no, I don't think I have.
Yeah.
But don't say it. It's ugly.
Yeah, I don't think I have. I've been to and what's so crazy, I've been to a lot of places where there are uh, multiple nationalities, like abandoned nursing homes, uh,
Yes.
uh, you know, uh, cemeteries that's been segregated. I've been to a lot of places, but no, I can honestly, I mean, besides Neil. And I'm like, well, that ain't finna happen, brother. First of all, man, if I get down on these old knees, I might as well stay down there. I can't get back up, man.
That's me. That's me.
You know what I'm saying? But no, you know what? That's no, I have not.
Because he has.
Never happened.
He has had some very vulgar things said to him.
Oh, wait, dude, I don't know how I would react if somebody was to.
I thought it was hilarious. I just thought it was hilarious. So
Well, because you know what it is, the way they act and the way they talk while they're dead, that's the same way they were when they're alive.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's a good chance they were probably racist when they were alive.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. Question,
yeah, that right there is. Whew. But anyway, yeah, Baby Cemetery, man. We went there and that door opened up, and I took off.
Scouted.
and I took off running, but I realized my partner, he was just looking, man. He's like, why is this guy running, man? I mean, what the hell is he going up there by the gates for? But then I thought about it. I can't leave this guy down here, man. So I'm like, I had to stop and realize what I was doing. I was there, to, figure things out on what's going on. So I walked my butt back. Dude, at the time, I had so many sticker bugs on me. Oh my God.
We wear boots because of that, because of certain cemeteries are just sticker birds everywhere. And so we wear boots.
Yeah.
And tuck in our pants because that's the only way to get over that and protect yourself from that.
Yeah, man, that was hard. But anyway, I ended up going back to that same spot because I just left all my equipment right there. Yeah. So I had to go back over and get all the equipment, but the damn door opened up again. And I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you, man? Did you got to poop or something? Hey.
Oh, that's funny.
And dude, the smell, I mean, cause I can't tell you the last time they changed. They must have forgot about that porta potty at that cemetery because the poop was so horrible. Just imagine poop in a 120-degree heat. It's not. Yeah. It's probably hotter in that porta potty.
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude, it was horrible. I'm like, oh, I gotta move away from this thing. But we actually had a great communication with the first member.
Yeah, it's
fun. See, we want to do both of those while we're there. We're going to stay overnight there a night or two. We haven't decided if we're going to do, because we're taking our dog, and it's all up to her.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you what, man. The first one is Dead Man's Hole is, man, it is very dark out there. I mean, you're in the middle of nowhere.
I love it. I love it.
It is very dark. So only thing we actually had out there with is the boulders, because they got it surrounded by big boulders.
Yes, yeah, we saw the pictures of that.
And dude, I was walking. We cut off the lights. Man, I was just walking and boop, fell right over one. It hurted, but I knew, man, I still had that camera in my hand. I'm like, hey, I just fell down, guys. And I was actually going live at the time. I was live. And people was like, did you fall down? I'm like, yeah. And you guys go on my NSPS TV Paranormal Facebook page. You guys were actually, it could have happened. We went a couple of days. No, wait a minute. Halloween was that. When was Halloween? Halloween was that Sunday, and we went that Saturday, and I had this hat on. Yeah, I had this hat on, dude. I was just walking around with this hat on my head, and dude, it was a good night out at that place. You know, very historical landmark. You know, a lot of things. You know, but they capped that well because kids were trying to get down in there and trying to figure out just how deep it was.
Yeah.
And you know, so once they capped it with a metal plate. I mean, kids still do go. Oh, excuse me. Kids still do go out there, but not as much as they used to. And you just got to be careful about those down boulders, man, because you will fall over one big time. You know, but yeah, those two places are cool.
Yeah, we're looking forward to going out there. We can't wait. Yeah, and we're going out there in May.
In May? Okay. Well, yeah. hit me up, dude. I would love to go back out there with you guys.
Definitely.
And have some fun. I mean, I can show you guys around. So, actually, there's a cemetery not too far. Oh, it might be in Leander called, some of the team members trying to get me out there. It's called.
I used to live out in Leander.
Yeah, it's called the Witch's Grave. Have you heard of it?
No.
Yeah, apparently they accused this young black girl of being a witch, so they hung her on this tree, and they buried her in that cemetery, and that's why they call it the Witch's Grave, because they thought she was a witch.
Where I used to live, I knew this is our ghost dog.
Our new ghost dog.
Hey, Poochie.
Say hi. Say hi.
Oh, yeah.
We've been trying. I mean, that's why I got up. I was trying to get her.
Hello.
She has a voice she doesn't know.
Yeah. Hey, well, you know, if you lived in Leander, then I'm pretty sure you visited Baghdad Cemetery.
No, I just kind of stayed out there. I was living out there, staying out there.
In high school.
Yeah, I was in high school. I went to high school in Pflugerville, and and I was staying with my aunt and uncle. It's make the drive to Pflugerville and just come back.
Oh wow!
Yeah, and so if I didn't wake up early enough, I didn't go to school. Yeah, so.
There you go. That's quite a bit of ride.
Oh yeah, yes, yeah, making that 30-minute drive. Yeah, so it sucked. But if it wasn't for my aunt and uncle, I wouldn't have graduated.
Oh well, hey, kudos to aunt and uncle. Yeah, hey, we actually invested. I actually investigated Baghdad Cemetery by myself. As you guys know, Baghdad Cemetery was in the movie The Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yes.
So, I mean, and now the way they, people are doing it, man, it's lit it up like a circus or a carnival out there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it is hella festive out there. I mean, you can drive right there. I mean, once you come in and you drive, you'll be able to see all the lights on the graves and everything. Mm-hmm. It is really cool. You guys got to go out there and check it out.
We're looking forward to hooking up with you.
That's the only place I know that actually been festive like that. Most of the cemeteries, I haven't seen anything like that. Now, you guys, I'm a little bit older than you guys, so you guys probably would.
I don't think so.
And you guys probably don't remember the Yellow Sock Murderer.
The what?
The Yellow Sock Murderer. Henry Lee Lucas was in Central Texas.
Yes.
And he killed a young lady, and all he left on her was yellow socks.
Yes.
Okay, now we went out to Georgetown Cemetery to find her grave. And I think she was buried there, but I think her family ended up digging her up and taking her home.
Oh.
She was from West Texas, I believe. But That's another place that's very, very historic, and it's old. I think it's one of Georgetown's oldest cemeteries out there, and
We haven't
that's
been
where I
to
got pushed off the
cemetery.
bench at.
No.
Yeah,
So we'll have to check that one out.
have you, hey, Robbie? Have you been to the Blue Hole in Georgetown?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. There also a slave cemetery just east. No, just south of the Blue Hole. I mean, if you didn't know it was there, you probably wouldn't even think that was one
Yeah.
there.
No. I no.
We like those kind of cemeteries.
Yeah.
There you
I didn't
go.
know.
Yeah,
I only I lived up in I only went I lived in Austin, from high school, and a little bit after, and then I got in some trouble and
Came back home.
came back home.
came back home.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what. Victoria is known for having troublemakers. Look at Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Oh, well, no, he's from Edna.
He's actually from Edna, which is 25 miles away. He didn't even grow up in Victoria.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, why the hell he said he's from Victoria, Texas?
Well, if I was from Edna, I would claim Victoria too. So
He bought his mama a house here, though. He did buy his mama a house here, so that's why he's calling it home.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that's cool. I understand that. You know,
But we
You
did
But yeah, what's funny?
try to go to his ranch
Yeah, in Tilden, Texas.
and investigate there.
Yeah. Because his show, what was it? Broken.
Broken
He had that show, Broken Skull Ranch.
Skull Ranch. Yeah,
huh.
And so we went
that's in Tilden.
so he said it was in Tilden, Texas. And so we're like, oh, but there's a cemetery called Boot Hill Cemetery.
And we don't need to go there.
And so we were like, hey, let's go check this place
He
out.
owns a ranch there. It is called that, but all the filming's in California.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
We took over that town.
Yes.
There's about 30 people that live there. And you have a grocery store, convenience store, restaurant, all in one, and the courthouse.
And no cell phone service.
No cell phone service.
Hey, you better get your landline quick.
OMG. But we met these amazing people. The courthouse allowed us to take our lab with us into the courthouse, gave us all the history of the town. The sheriff couldn't tell us where Boot Hill Cemetery was because we couldn't find it. And it ended up being literally at the front door of the sheriff's department.
Oh, wow. That is crazy.
And we didn't get much there, but this couple we met at the courthouse told us about another couple that ran another cemetery. And we ended up investigating their dad's old home and got some of the creepiest things you've ever seen in your life in that old house. So it ended up being a great trip no matter what. Okay,
cool. Amber Reed says, goodbye, guys. She's got to go to work. She got to be up at 5 a.m. Let's see here.
Bye, Miss Amber.
See you guys, Miss Amber. See you later.
Bye.
Have a good rest of your night.
Love you.
All right, guys. Hey, you know what? It seems like you guys have been around this state from the top to the bottom.
We tried.
Pretty much. We've done Corpus, Galveston, Dallas. Yeah, pretty much San Antonio, Austin. A lot of in between. San Marcos. I can't even think of all the places.
Yeah,
Cuero, Gonzales.
If we have our equipment on us,
we're gonna stop.
Yeah, it's like, oh, there's a cemetery. Let's
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it. I'm the same way, man. If I see something I think is
actually what we say is
this says Scoden. We say student. Student.
Sorry about that. I got a phone call, but
that's okay.
He can wait. He can wait. He's a knucklehead. But anyway, yeah, guys. So it is. How many other paranormal investigators are around you guys that you actually have contact with?
Uh,
Not here in Victoria.
yeah.
The closest thing is Hallettsville with the lady that runs the jail there, Miss Deborah. Um, and she's the one that has introduced us to a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
No, everybody else is pretty far away from us. Houston, San Antonio, so.
So you pretty much, got that side of Texas on lock. I
Pretty
mean,
much, yeah. Well, there's a lot of paranormal teams. We see a truck here in town that has a bumper sticker on his window, and I can't even remember the name of it.
Yeah.
But I've never seen anything on Facebook or Instagram or anything like that about this guy. So I don't know.
Interesting, because I'm always looking for new paranormal investigators to meet across our state. That's how I met you guys. I was.
Yeah.
I was looking, I just come across you guys, and the rest is history.
Yes, sir.
That is really cool. So, Robbie, what do your parents think about you investigating the paranormal?
My mom, she thinks it's cool. I don't. Other than that, I really don't have too much contact with my other side of the family. But other than that, they think it's pretty awesome.
Okay, cool. What about you, Karina?
Well, different story. No, as far as like my immediate family, like my son and daughter-in-law, our children, nephew, they're all very involved with us, very supportive, have all been on investigations with us at some point or another. My mother is, of course, a very spiritual woman, and she's 83 years old. My dad passed away at 64. So Daddy does come and visit us from time to time. Not as often as I'd like. But my mom, when I told my mom about the paranormal caught on camera, she was excited, but she told me not to tell my other sister. Don't tell her. So.
Okay. Did you tell her?
Because of their religion, they think that my mom didn't say this, but just that my sister might never talk to me again if she found out I was doing what I was doing, because in her eyes, that's demonic. I said, why is this demonic?
Now, is your sister Southern Baptist?
Huh?
Is she Baptist?
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes.
Yeah, that's.
We were raised Baptist, Southern Baptist into Pentecostal.
Okay.
So,
now, I do know Southern Baptist or. Woo-wee. Yeah, that is they.
But you know what? This is how I look at it. Everybody has to live their own life. I'm going to live my own life. I love my mother regardless and my sister regardless, whether they like what I do or not. So I just don't share anything with them. That's the best way we handle it.
Okay, cool. I mean, it is what it is. Hey, just think, you got the whole world to share your stories.
Absolutely.
And your pictures with.
Yes, sir.
And now that we are like the best of friends now, me, you, and Robbie, hey, anytime you guys want to share a story or something, just feel free to message me whenever.
Okay, sounds great.
I love a good story. I love a good, especially ghost story. I mean, that wasn't my favorite.
No, we got them.
Oh, we have them. Believe me, we can talk your ear off for days.
But if you guys really want to know a true Central Texas ghost story, you have to come to Cedar Park. There was a Dead Files came to Cedar Park about 10 years ago, probably about 15 years ago, and they did a show called Cedar Park Surroundings. If you ever get a chance, look it up. It's called the TV show is Dead. I'm not sure what episode or what season. It's probably season 3 from right.
Okay.
I know it's within the first couple of seasons. It's in there, but hey, if you guys have access to YouTube and all that stuff,
Yes,
just look,
yes.
yes, just or if you access to like a Fire Stick or somewhere where you can stream and look up a lot of stuff, have a lot of apps. Please look up Dead Files and check that out. And when you do,
we have seen it because we watched all the Deadfall episodes. So we'll look it up. Because what we do is we what's it called? When we
binge
watch.
Yeah.
No, mirror it. We mirror
it.
Mirror it on our TV. What's it called? Smart View.
Yeah.
Smart View, right? So we Smart View it on our TV and from our phone, so we can stream anything. Between all of our kids and us, we have every streaming thing out there.
Yeah, they come in handy, trust me.
Oh yeah, so we all share our passwords with each other.
Yeah. Also, there is another one called, because I think once they left here, they end up going to a little town just north of Elgin, Texas, to a little place called Copeland, Texas. And Copeland, Texas, back in the early 1900s, I'm not for sure if that's the same hurricane that went through Galveston that came through here.
Mm-hmm.
But you guys know the Brushy Creek. Robbie, you probably heard of Brushy Creek before.
Yeah.
Okay, Brushy Creek flooded out. It was like a raging river. And it killed hundreds and hundreds of people. And somebody actually built a home on that property.
Oh wow!
And they were having problems with ghosts talking with their kids. So the Dead Files came in, and they were like, the medium, all she saw was mud from
the flood.
Yeah, so all these people that got buried alive, they were covered in mud.
Yeah.
So if you guys ever go to Copeland and you see Brushy Creek, that whole creek is haunted. Yeah, that whole creek is haunted.
Copeland, Brushy. Let me get a piece of paper.
Yeah, that whole creek, that whole bedside is haunted because of all the people that got washed down and end up getting covered in mud and being buried alive.
Yeah, Cedar Park. That was all. I want to say, not Comanche land.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
The Texas Rangers ran them out because they wanted that land.
Exactly.
So they could set up homesteads.
Exactly. Now the story is that on that particular property, Cedar Park First Church was built on that property, and they built the church. The pastor was not such a good pastor. He actually murdered somebody.
Ouch.
And they end up burying the guy that they murdered on the property, but they cannot find his grave. He's somewhere on the property, but they're not. And what's so crazy about it? Everybody know Central Texas, like you say, Robbie, Comanche, the Texas Rangers, and the most evil people of them all was the people in the white sheets.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, the same people in the white sheets got into a war with the Comanches.
Mm-hmm.
Now, from what I was told, because we brought in a second medium just to validate what the TV show was saying, and sure enough, it was right. And and what's so crazy about it, I did not tell the second medium anything about the TV show on what the first medium had said and had and revealed. So she was dead on. So you got you got a like a little war going on there because you got Indians on that property, you got the KKK on that property,
Yep.
and you have the Texas Rangers on that property.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All three of those are fighting each other for that property beyond the grave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it is unbelievable. So
Land wars.
Mhm.
Land wars.
yeah, it's really crazy, man. On how, and what's so crazy about it, Robbie? When we went on that property, it was 5 of us plus the medium. The medium the medium walked in the back, and we walked in front of her, single file. Back to back to back. And dude, I was the last one, so I turned around to see what she was doing, and she's like, "Well, I cannot step on this property until I get permission." Okay, she said that. We're already on the property, so all of us stopped.
Wow.
We turned around single file. Now I'm the first one, and we all walked back across the property until she got permission to actually come on the property.
Mm-hmm.
Now the Comanche, he was a young man, can't be no more like 15, 16 years old. And he was left behind to protect the land, that particular land. He didn't say why he was there to protect it, but he was left behind to protect it.
Right.
And so once he said, yes, you can come on to the property, we actually went onto the property. And the medium was talking with him with the dowsing rods, asking multiple questions. I mean, the question was like, how old are you? Are you between the ages of,
Right.
14 and 16? He would say yes. So we kind of had an idea on just how old he was. He was like, was your family living on this property? The rods would go across and say yes, and he was like, well, how? And she asked, do you feel sad because of all the construction that's going on the property? The lines
Wow.
would go across. He would say yes. And some of the people there actually took artifacts from the property. We even
no. That's not good.
Yeah.
we had to ask for permission.
Yeah.
She's like, is it okay for us to take this? And he would say yes, because we know if we take any Native American artifacts, it's going to be trouble. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that. So, but I mean, he basically followed us all the way, to where the church used to be. It's not there no more, but and all the way back around to where the well was. But now the well was supposedly where the KKK were hanging out in the trees, because if you watch the TV show, it said it looked like paper people in the trees. White paper.
Yes, I remember exactly which one you're talking about. Show yes.
The white paper people, and she was like, yeah, that's the KKK, and she was like, well, they're raising hell. They want to kill everybody on the property, and that's why the lady that was on the show had to get out of there, because sometimes they would go knock on the door and nobody's there. They would do menacing things to her.
Oh no.
Yeah. Well, it's sort of because she was a civil rights activist back in the 70s.
Yes.
So that right there, if you're a civil rights activist, then that's a big no-no anyway. They're KKK ain't going for that.
No, absolutely not.
So yeah, that was. If you guys ever get a chance to see that, watch that again.
Yeah, actually, I went and wrote it down. I'm going to look it up as soon as we get off. And that being said, our phone's fixing to die.
There it is. Oh yeah. All right, hey guys, we've been on the show for an hour and 29 minutes.
Nice.
Before I let you go, is there anything that you
Yeah.
guys would like to ask me? Is there anything you guys would like to ask me?
I know.
How long have you been a paranormal investigator?
I've been an active paranormal investigator for 4 years, but
Nice.
with my family's history and past, I was born into this because things were going on in my house I couldn't explain way
Same
before.
with us. That's why it came so natural for us.
Yeah,
I think there are people like yourself and us that we're just meant to do this.
yeah.
We are meant to do this.
My great grandmother was Native American. My great grandmother was Native American. The meanest woman I've ever seen in my life, dude. She did not like anybody. And my grandmother,
Yes.
and my grandmother was half black and half Native American. And dude, she did not like anybody. She did not even like the mailman, and the mailman was white. The mailman wouldn't even drive up and put mail. He was like hand it to us and just drive around us. And I'm like, okay. Well,
apparently, I was my grandmother's favorite grandchild, and she was mean to me.
And she was still mean to him.
Oh wow, that sounds like my great grandmother, because she only had one favorite grandson, and he turned out to be a total knucklehead. But anyway, guys, hey, tell the world how to get a hold of Ghost Dogs.
You tell the world.
We're just Facebook.
Yeah,
we're not big promoters or whatever. It's mostly been by word of mouth that everybody knows about us. We'll go to any place, and if we're there and somebody's introducing us, they'll say, y'all are the Ghost Dogs? We've heard of y'all.
Yeah, we have koozies and we have stickers.
We hand them out to everybody.
Well, that's cool. I mean, you guys are getting around, and you know what?
Yes,
Keep doing what you're doing, man.
Yes.
Don't let nobody tell you guys.
And we will contact you the week before we're heading that way to let you know when we're going to be there.
Yes, I am going to put your number in my phone, because I know sometimes I seem to forget to put people's number, and when they call, they go straight to voicemail, and I'm like,
I don't know you.
Yeah, there's these people. But yeah, dude, seriously. Once you guys get to town, hit me up, and I would love to come hang out with you guys.
You too.
You know what I'm saying?
You too. Talking to you.
But with enough said, hey guys, you guys have yourselves a good night. I really appreciate you guys coming on the show.
Thank you for having us.
Hey, and it has been an honor speaking with you guys, and I can't wait to get down for you guys to come up and actually talk and actually, do an investigation. If you guys got time, we can. Hey, there's other places we can go besides those. I mean, I know you guys are focusing on those two, but trust me, I can take you to an abandoned nursing home where.
We're down for that.
We're so for that.
We're down for that.
If you think your hair is gray now, it'll be totally gray once you go in there.
We always say our gray is from our investigating.
Yeah, so
the kids.
The kids, yes.
Definitely the kids. I don't know if you guys can see, but I got little patches. But anyway, guys, hey, thank you for coming on the show. I really appreciate it. And
thank you for having us.
Yes. And let's do this again. Also, I'm going to put you guys' name in the drawing for the Texas Four Corners Paranormal Podcast. I'm trying to figure out if you guys will be in the East region or the South region.
South.
We're the dirty South, man.
One thing I can tell you, but the South is pretty stacked. There are a lot of great teams out there that that can represent your particular region. I'm going to put your name in that box, and hopefully
Sounds good.
you guys' name will get drawn. If your names are drawn, you will represent South Texas in that podcast. So
Awesome.
it would be an honor for you guys if you guys would get picked. The drawing is February, January 28th. The podcast is actually February 4th.
Okay.
Okay.
So hopefully, I'm praying that you guys will get picked. But anyway, hey, you guys have a good night.
You too.
I really appreciate it.
Thank you
And
for having us.
peace, guys. You guys enjoy yourselves. Bye.
Now too.
All right, guys. Hey, that was. Let me fix this. I got a comment here. Let's see. Oh, what's up, Andrew? How you doing, brother? Yeah, I am. Man, I just had a great podcast with Ghost Dogs from Victoria. Dude, these guys are amazing. We have so much in common. They love cemeteries. I love cemeteries. Everybody loves cemetery. Cemeteries, so you believe it or not, man, people think it's not a place where that you would want to go to investigate. But I love it.